That's one of the best rock and roll records ever made. That's Superstition by Stevie Wonder. Isn't it amazing? Do you know that's nearly 40 years old?
It's not.
What is that noise there? What is that? Can you
I hear a
something?
whirling. I hear music.
What is that?
I can hear
What is
it.
that? Can you still hear something in your ears? That's somebody doing music.
There's music. I hear diddly diddly diddly.
What is that?
You've got can, get Deirdre.
I can't operate in conditions like this.
No.
I can't talk with music in my ears. I can't.
Let's listen to it.
Where's it coming from?
There's nobody in the other studio.
That's okay. Hold on a second.
Where's Ken? It's away.
No, it's still there.
Is it?
I've still got it here. Not to worry, we'll carry on. Pretend it's not there.
All right.
Good morning, Gerald Michael Anderson here. The number to ring if you want to contact this programme is 084. It's still there. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, can the people hear it? Can they hear that? 08459 555 678. The email address is jerry.anderson@bbc.co.uk. And I can't.
Disconcerting.
I can't deal with that. 08459 555 678. Tell you what, play it on the record. We'll get Ken.
Where's Ken?
Put that away. This is a bit of a mashup.
My sign is vital. My hands are cold, and I'm on my knees looking for the answer. Are we human or are we dancer? Send my condolences to good. Give my regards to soul and romance. They always did the best they could. And so long to devotion. You taught me everything I know. Wave goodbye, wish me well. You gotta let me go. Are we human or are we dancer? My sign is vital. My hands are cold, and I'm on my knees looking for the answer. Are we human or are we dancer? Are we human? Or are we dancers?
That's a particularly clever little mashup. That's good. Oh, it's gone away now.
Oh, yes.
That's good. That's far
We quite
better.
liked that, Emma and I.
Liked what?
That last track.
Did you really? You
Yeah.
mean you actually liked something
We
that
were
I
sitting
liked?
singing along with it.
I must have done something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
A gentleman writes to me and he says, "Dear Puppet Chin, you played some Supertramp the other day. Nice to know I'm not the only Supertramp fan in the world, but you might want to play some tracks from Crime of the Century. Their best stuff, methinks. Although, that album reminds me of courting my wife of 30-odd years. On second thoughts, don't bother. It brings back memories of having a full head of hair and other things which I miss from those days. Continue on."
It's past its sell-by date.
What is? What is?
Those were the days.
Those were the days.
I think it's run its course.
Was it on last night?
I watched it last night, yeah.
And what was it about last
I
night?
didn't.
People selling herrings door to door?
No, shopping.
Shopping. What
You know,
was
the
film of people being searched?
Aye, all that was on, and the Smithfield Market and the Anderson Macaulay coming about and the co-op and all.
Was Ralph saying nice things about everybody?
He didn't appear last night.
He mustn't have had anything nice to say. Was anybody else saying nice things about everything?
Wendy spoke very well, and
She's saying nice things about how wonderful everything was?
Mr. Bennett. Wendy didn't end up on the cutting floor like other people, did she? Oh no.
Yeah. What about John Bentley? He's saying nice things about everybody and how wonderful everything used to be, and it can be wonderful again. Was he doing all
You're
that?
being hateful now.
I'm not being hateful.
You are being hateful now.
But I think, you see, people should come on and tell the truth. They should tell, because it should be all not nice and rosy, because it wasn't all nice and rosy. And there was things that were wrong, and people should point them out and should say, well, this was great, but you know what was going on there? See, because people don't know. People sitting at the house eating chocolate.
So what would you know?
Because I lived through
You
it,
did
Sean.
not. You didn't have an outside toilet.
No.
Oh, there you are. There you
Did
are.
I say? Did I mention
Oh, but
anything
you were
about an outside
brought up.
toilet?
You were brought up with a bathroom.
I was not brought up with a bathroom.
Yes, you were.
We never had a
You
bathroom.
don't know what it was like to go out the yard.
There was a bathroom in our bedroom. There was a bath at the bottom of my bed. We didn't
there?
have a bathroom. We had
Well.
a little place you went to pee.
Well,
And the bins were beside that.
yeah, but you didn't
And
have
there
to
was
go
a
out.
bathroom on the bottom of my bed. There was a bath in my bedroom, and nobody used to go into it because people could come in and see you. And there was no water anyway. You had to bring it in a bucket. Don't be talking to me about. I know about hardship. You think I was rich? Do you think I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth? Do you think I was overprivileged? Do you think that? Is that what you think? Is that what you think?
Yeah,
Well, you're right.
yeah.
I deign to be so presumptuous as to suggest.
Had you used a Brock bucket?
Yes, we had a Brock bucket
Or
which we
is what they
filled
call-
regularly.
What they call in Belfast a skins bucket, wasn't
No,
it?
we used to have our Brock delivered because we were so poor.
That's not
to order
bad.
2 buckets.
I
a week.
forgot about that one.
What? You walked into that one,
I
didn't you?
forgot about that one. Who was that? John Lennon? May McFadden says it.
No, I do believe it was Tommy Kelly.
Tommy Kelly was it?
The late Tommy Kelly. We had our Brock delivered. I deign to be presumptuous, says a man.
Your levels are low. Apparently, this is from an Armagh listener. Your levels are low in Armagh.
You touch my fingertips, but my levels are low.
So can you get Ken in again?
Touch my fingertips, my resistance is low. My levels are low, so please keep your distance and make your resistance. My levels are low. I don't care about my levels. Ken was in here earlier on trying to fix the Irish music and taking it out of my ears. And I said to him, Ken, are the levels okay? And he said, look at the level of that. And he looked over for the first time and he saw that the record I was playing was at an unconscionably high level, and he tturned it down without even asking me.
You never had a back gate either.
I never had a backyard. We never had a backyard.
We had a back gate with a horse's
Horse?
What do you call it? Horse's hoof. What do you call that thing? Horse's shoe. Horseshoe nailed onto it.
I think you arrived at that lovely. May I just say that a lot of people don't realise the conditions under which we lived. We had never had a backyard, but we had a cat, and our kitchen looked out upon flat roofs, right? Okay?
Yes.
In other words, and our cat, we would keep our window open at all times, and our cat would go out the window and go across the roofs and come back at a certain time. Mm-hmm. And one time there was a man living with us. We used to keep lodgers.
Yes.
And the man said, let me clean your windows, Mrs. Anderson. That's my mother.
Uh-huh.
And so he cleaned the windows of the kitchen and the place where the cat went out. So my mother closed the window to enable him to better to clean it. Mm-hmm. But we forgot about the cat. And the cat came back, and the window was so clean that he thought it was open. And the cat jumped straight through the glass, nearly killed himself.
That's not bad, but...
We were sitting there, we just heard this crash. And
I didn't break the glass.
He broke a glass.
He did not.
It just came straight. The big cat, he just had it.
You're lying now. You're lying. The cat...
Right. Okay. All right, think about this.
All right.
Okay,
A
think
cat-
about this. You've got a glass door out there,
What
right?
was the cat doing jumping?
No, the cat jumped in the window.
I can't jump in the window.
He jumped in the window because he had to jump across the jaw box onto the floor. So he needed to have a he had to have a bit of a run.
Oh, I see.
He had to have a bit of a run.
Well, how did he get out?
He
How
got out
did
before
how did he get out?
He got out before the windows were clean.
How did he get out over the jaw box?
He jumped up on it. He took a run from the floor and he jumped up in the jaw box and then
And
straight out the window.
bounced on the edge of the jaw box.
Yes.
Get a grip
No,
of
he used
yourself.
it. He used it as a
springboard.
A springboard. That's the word I'm looking for. Thanks.
Don't believe that's you're telling lies.
I'm not telling lies. I deign to be so presumptuous as to suggest that you are of a vintage similar to my own, says Reggie, and a fellow music-loving mate of mine. By that I mean he loves the same music as me, and although I have no doubt that he loves me too, I'm sure there is only in a buddy way. Otherwise, the two cracking wives we have would certainly get in the buddy way. Apologies if I've upset your certain type of sensitivities, as I'm aware that you're of the same artistic persuasion. And he talks about gardening here, a certain type of gardening that you don't hear on Saturday morning Gardener's Question Time. And indeed, feel free to publish, broadcast this very same apology on your beloved BBC in case of any of your old Radio 4 listeners are still hacking into your emails and are thereby offended. I wonder, do they still remember me? Anyway, somewhat foolishly, I and my friend Christy, yes, he is a caleptic like myself. Do you know what a caleptic is?
I really don't.
I don't know. K-A-L-L-E-P-T-I-C. I've no idea. Hope it's nothing rude. Hope he's not trying to catch me. What were you saying this morning?
Collector or something? Would it be
A
collector?
caleptic? No, I don't know what a caleptic is.
Would it not?
I always get nervous when you talk about words that you don't understand because it probably means something horrible.
Are you going to look it up? Emma?
Why don't you look it up? K-A-L-L-E-P-T-I-C. Will you look it up, Janet?
Okay, what?
Is it Emma?
Emma?
Who's with us today, Emma? Where was Emma this last few days? Where was she?
She'd, never mind. She had a little leave.
Oh, had she?
That's all right.
That's all right. Why was that so hard to say?
Because I was trying to think of a good lie.
Gerry, would you please play Barry Fleming's new song for Val and Peter Finch in Ballymoney? Bring back William Crawley. Nolan ruins the show with his silly ego. Oh, I don't know why I read that. It just came up. You know, sometimes, you read the things before you really... Well, he never shut up talking about himself. I don't know if that's for me or for Nolan. It's for Nolan, isn't it? Isn't it?
Of course.
Isn't it?
There's a man on one.
What does he want?
It can help you indirectly.
Really? Yeah. And there's a gentleman. When is your cartoon show on? Well, just let me explain. Our little cartoon men are coming back on Monday the 19th of December for a week, Christmas week. They'll be on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of Christmas week, starting on Monday the 19th of December. They'll be on at 25 to 11 each night. When you're tired of shopping and all your money and your ego and your energy is spent, you can sit down and watch our little cartoon people. I've seen a couple of them. I think they're quite funny. But I mean, I shouldn't say that. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Emma, can you do this? Good morning.
Hello.
Oh, yes, good morning. How are you, sir?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm all right, thanks.
Good. Gerry, you gave out a web number yesterday for the rescue hens.
Yes.
What I'm looking for is a telephone number.
Okay, have you got it in there?
You have it.
No, you took it off me.
Did you not keep a copy? I
Yeah,
give you back a copy.
You think I'd carry them around?
I give Janet a copy. I kept a copy and give you a copy.
Okay, let me just ask you this.
Yes.
Are any of the copies in there available for the people looking for them?
Yes.
Well, why don't you tell me what the number is?
Emma.
Emma?
Could I have that, please?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, that doesn't
but
seem
where's
too
yours?
difficult. I don't have it. For
Well,
God's
do you want the
sake.
phone number now then?
Yes, indeed.
The
The number is not, what is it? What is it? Read that out, Sean.
Barbara.
Barbara. I know, but what do you call the thing?
Nuthouse Hen Rescue.
That's it, Not House Hen Rescue. And the idea behind this is that Barbara, young lady, saves hens from
No,
Battery
Gerry?
Hens Farms. Yes?
Jerry, we need a telephone number. We're up the mountains. We don't have a computer.
I know that. We're going to give you a telephone. Don't be so impatient.
Apparently,
Oh, yeah.
a calyptic is someone who's allergic to help, according to Kieran in Belfast.
Allergic to what?
help?
Allergic to help?
No, sorry, kelp. Kelp.
Kelp.
What's kelp? What's
kelp
kelp?
is
Seaweed? Is it?
Dulles, as they say in Enniskillen. It's dulse, yeah. Kelp. It's not dulse.
I don't believe that. Do you?
Allergic to kelp? Why don't you just look it up, Emma, right?
What?
Calyptic. No, that's a joke.
I think so. Too.
Allergic to kelp?
Calyptic.
What is wrong with her? Why did she look? What kind of staff do we have here? These people can't do anything.
What, do you want the number?
Yes. Why is it so difficult?
Has Martin got a pen?
Yes, I'm sitting here ready.
He asked for the number, so I assume he's got a pen unless he's a memory man.
Well, it happens often on this program that people will
Will
ring
you
up.
just give him the number?
People will ring up, look at a phone number, and you say, right, hold on. They say, hold on till I go and get a pen.
I'm like
Just
a
give the
coil
number,
spring
will you?
here.
Give him the number.
All right, then. I'm going to start now.
We'll start now then.
Okay. I'm going to start with a 0.
All right then.
All right.
Is
here
there any
go-
more?
Yes, here goes.
Go ahead. You ready?
You ready?
Anytime you're ready.
Right, okay.
Go ahead.
Count 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Go.
Go.
0797
0797
327
327
0133.
0133.
Was that so difficult?
Oh, that's
That's the number to ring if you want to rescue a hen.
At least I've got the right number. And
That's it.
Sean didn't get the right number yesterday.
No, I rang the wrong number twice, and I kept getting a gentleman by the name of Eddie, who thought I was off my head. I kept offering him 6 hens. He thought I was mad.
No, we got rescue hens before, and it's actually quite strange to watch them because it takes them about 2 weeks to come out of the hen house because we've got hens, ducks, and geese,
Yeah.
and actually won't come out of the hen house.
It just goes to show you how foul a practice that is. And
Oh.
no, that's not. That wasn't
was
a joke.
good.
That wasn't a joke.
No.
But
It's a-
in saying that, they see after about 2 weeks, they go in, sort of, hooking about the grass and looking for worms and bits and bobs, and
right.
actually revert back to what they should have been in the first place.
Yeah, they become hens again.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, a battery hen is it's a terrible, terrible thing, and
Horrible.
I've seen them, and they've no individuality of any kind. And then when you bring them out, they're terrified because they've never been. Some of them have never been out in the open before.
No,
What's the
they just
lifespan of a hen?
They just
Could you tell
stand there,
me?
so they do.
Yeah.
They don't move.
They're like people at a rock concert.
You sit there and you open the hen house door, and all the rest of the boys come out, and they just sit there.
Oh,
And
God.
it takes them about, as I said, about 2 weeks, and then you see the odd wee hen, the odd wee head coming out through the door.
Wouldn't that be a wonderful thing to see?
Aye.
Wouldn't it? I would love to do that, but I have no backyard. I would love to do that just to see a little hen come out of itself. And suddenly you're giving a hen a life, a hen that had no life, and suddenly it becomes a real hen, and it must be great to see that. So the deadline for ringing up and booking a hen, I've never said that before.
No.
I've never said book a hen, is the 14th of December.
No, well, I'll give Barbara a ring now.
Okay, give her a ring now. And anyone else, the number is 0797. If you've got a bit of space out there and you want to see a little hen come from hell's gates, basically, into a normal life, but get the hen and put it in your backyard, whatever it is, and then wait a couple of weeks and watch it just blossom.
But say to the people that it takes them sort of between sort of a week and 2 weeks before it actually physically come
Well,
out.
listen, can I ask you two guys this? Well, what is the lifespan of a hen? You know,
Depends how big the fox is.
oh, come on now. What would it live? Would it live to its 5? What? How long would it live?
You're always asking stupid questions like that.
I know
It's about 7-10 years.
Oh, there you are. See, I never knew that. You didn't know that, Mr. Anderson. So
Well,
how
no,
long?
your man mentioned how long does it take a hen to come out?
No, but listen. How
Maybe he's a rooster.
listen, if a wee hen, how long would a hen stay?
Yeah, right, yeah.
We have a rooster now.
I
about
want to
10
know how
years
long a
old.
wee hen would
All
live.
right, yeah, all right, okay,
What you
okay.
did yesterday, go on, repeat it. 'Cause my heart is only on fire. You are the teacher. Yeah, you take the torch and I'll follow the leader. You be my master taken by thieves. And since then you've been running in search of release. You don't know when it's coming. Well, I don't know either. So you be my master and I'll be your fever. Now angels are singing words written for you. Trumpets are telling of your beauty and truth. But you've been working it out for yourself like some overachiever. So just be my master and I'll be your fever. Your nearness is all I need, no more or no less. Your Highness, I bow to thee, and to thee this I confess. I was lost in a forest, but now I'm a believer. So you be my master and I'll be your fever. So do what you did yesterday, go on, repeat it. 'Cause my heart is only on fire when you are the teacher. You take the torch and I...
These are the Villagers, a song called The Pact. Back after the news. What?
Hello, disturbing news.
What's that?
You need to tell Ken, apparently you're off the air in the Oma area. You need to get Ken sorted out.
All right then, okay. I wasn't aware of that, thanks.
You be my master and I'll be your fever.
On 92 to 95 FM
and 1341 medium wave.
This is BBC Radio Ulster.
BBC News at 11 o'clock. I'm Anne-Marie Foster. A convicted child killer and rapist has lost his legal challenge to the holding of an inquest into the death of another schoolgirl he was acquitted of murdering. Robert Howard was seeking a judicial review of the senior coroner's decision to examine events surrounding the disappearance of Arlene Arkinson in 1994. His legal team claimed the move involves an attempt to undermine the not guilty verdict returned against him. The jury did not know that Howard was already serving a life sentence for raping and killing 14-year-old Hannah Williams from Deptford, South London. The Health Ministry in Afghanistan says 30 people have been killed in a suicide bombing at a shrine in the capital, Kabul. The attack happened as Shia Muslims marked the holy day of Ashura. From Kabul, Quentin Somerville reports.
The suicide attacker detonated his explosives as hundreds of Shiite worshippers gathered at the mosque in central Kabul. Women and children are among the dead and injured. Sirens could be heard across the city as wounded were ferried to hospital. Shortly afterwards, in the northern city of Mazar-e-Sharif, a bicycle bomb exploded near the city's main Shia mosque. Police say they stopped a secondary attack elsewhere in Kabul. A sectarian attack on this scale is unprecedented. There have long been tensions between Afghanistan's Sunni and Shia populations, but violence, of the type seen in Pakistan or Iraq, has been rare.
The chairman of the Eurozone, Jean-Claude Juncker, has dismissed a warning that 15 countries, including France and Germany, could have their creditworthiness downgraded because of the debt crisis. He said the statement by the agency Standard & Poor's was a wild exaggeration. A man suffered a broken arm after he was assaulted in Lisburn. Two masked men forced their way into a house in Glenmore Walk in the early hours of this morning. The 35-year-old victim was beaten with an iron bar. The police are investigating a link between the attack and a report of two men damaging cars in the street a short time earlier. Sport now, here's Michael McNamee.
Liverpool striker Luis Suarez could find himself in more trouble with the Football Association. He appeared to aim an obscene gesture at Fulham fans last night at the end of a 1-0 defeat at Craven Cottage. Suarez is currently the subject of an FA charge of racially abusing Manchester United's Patrice Evra. Chelsea face Valencia in the Champions League tonight, knowing a win or goalless draw will take them through to the knockout stages. Any other result would see them eliminated. Arsenal play Olympiacos in Greece, having already qualified as group winners. And former snooker world champion Mark Williams says he backs the sport's chief Barry Hearn 200%. Hearn's changes to the sport have been strongly criticised by the Antrim player Mark Allen.
Now the weather forecast with Cecilia Daly.
It's chilly and it will remain rather cloudy with some showery rain or sleet moving in from the west. Afternoon temperatures will eventually get up to 6 or 7 degrees. Winds will gradually pick up this evening to give a spell of very windy weather overnight, with gales, possibly severe gales towards the north coast and gusts to at least 60 miles an hour. Showers will become wintry overnight again, with some fresh falls of snow likely on the hills as temperatures drop to 1 or 2 degrees.
BBC News.
BBC Radio Ulster. Travel news.
It's still very icy in many parts this morning, with some metro services being disrupted. In Newton Abbey, buses are unable to serve the Ballyfour Road and Rathcoole Estate, as well as the Ballysillin Road in North Belfast. Also, services 10D and 10E are only going as far as Lagmore Shops, and metro services 13 and 14 are now travelling via the Doak Road and Mance Road. Finally, at the George Best Belfast City Airport, this morning's flight from Blackpool and the Isle of Man is now expected at 11:45, while the midday arrival from the Isle of Man has been cancelled. Anne Jordan reporting.
Travel news on BBC Radio Ulster.
On Talkback with Wendy Austin today, what's going on at Belfast City Hall? Should unionists have accepted the Mayor's apology? Are you sick of the lot of them? We want your calls on that. 5,000 women say the Irish accent is the sexiest in the world. Really? Is all right, love better than ciao, Bella? And space, what is out there? Yeah, NASA say they found a planet that might have life on it. What do you think it might be? And what advice would you give to a new human race? Also, 90 years on from the Partition Treaty, has a united Ireland perished in the financial turmoil? That's Talkback at 12.
Happy Xmas.
From the living color to movie scripts to all the sex to J-Lo to this headline clips, I stay grounded as the amounts roll in. I'm real, I thought I told you. I'm really on no bruh. That's just me, nothing phony. Don't hate on me, what you get is what you see. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still drinking from the block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where I came from. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still drinking from the block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where I came from. I'm down to earth like this, rocking this business. I've grown up so much, I'm in control and loving it. Rumors got me laughing, kids. Love my life and my public. Put God first and can't forget to stay real. To me, it's like breathing. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still drinking from the block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where I came from. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still drinking from the block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where I came from.
hope that puts you in the mood for Christmas. Here's another Christmas song called Fire by a new name on me, Best Boy Grip, Owen O'Callaghan.
I sleep in my clothes in case he arrives when I'm dreaming. He got nothing to hide, his life ain't got no hidden meaning. And I hold you tight and I'll wake you if I hear him calling. 'Cause I sleep in my clothes as soon as the snow starts falling. Is it gonna rain? Is it gonna snow? How we gonna know if he gets here? Is it gonna rain, hurricane? How we gonna know if he's alive? Is it gonna snow, gonna rain? Who we gonna blame for the sunshine? Will he get my mail through the hail? Does he even know that we're alive? I sleep in my clothes in case there's a fire when I'm dreaming. I got nothing to hide, my life ain't got no hidden meaning. And I hold you close and I'll wake you if smoke stops you breathing. 'Cause I sleep in my clothes in case there's a fire when we're dreaming. Is it gonna rain? Is it gonna snow? How we gonna know if he gets here? Is it gonna rain, hurricane? How we gonna know if he's alive? Is it gonna snow, gonna rain? Who we gonna blame for the sunshine? Will he get my mail through the hail? Does he even know that I'm alive? He can tell that I'm lying awake even though I am moving. And the beat of your heart in my ear keeps love alive. And to tell you the truth, all I'm thinking about is fire. Is it gonna rain? Is it gonna snow? How we gonna know if he gets here? Is it gonna rain, hurricane? How we gonna know if he's alive? Is it gonna snow, gonna rain? Who we gonna blame for the sunshine? Will he get my mail through the hail? Does he even know that I'm alive? He can tell that I'm lying awake even though I am moving. And the beat of your heart in my ear keeps love alive. And to tell you the truth, all I'm thinking about is fire. Is it gonna rain? Is it gonna snow? Is it gonna rain, hurricane? Is it gonna snow? Is it gonna rain? Who we gonna blame for the sunshine? Will he get my mail through the hail? Does he even know that we're alive?
Isn't that good? That's a local singer called Owen Callahan, and he trades under the name of Best Boy Grip, and that's a song called Fire. That's a Christmas song. That's really good. He handed that in to me yesterday. Did you like that?
That was very good.
Isn't it? That's
excellent.
That's a guy I'd never heard of him, and I think that's just a demo, you know.
That's good.
Just goes to show you a lot of talent out there.
Yeah.
Some fan mail here. Do you mind if I just read some complimentary comments?
If you don't mind, I have to tell you that Rita's on one and she's going out.
Okay, I'll deal with Rita first. Good morning, Rita.
Good morning, Gerry. How are you doing?
I understand what it's like to have to go out.
On the top of the morning to you, and the rest of the day to yourself.
Thank you very much. What can we do for you today, if anything?
I tell you, I was looking about a Monarch scooter. I was looking for an exchange for a smaller one, if someone would like to have it.
Okay, you've got a scooter, have you?
Uh-huh.
Now,
I was looking about a battery for it, but anyone now who would have a smaller one, and I have one of the big ones, I'd get an exchange for it.
You don't mind me saying so, but you sound like a lady who may not be the youngest person in the world.
Oh, quite happy. I'm no Earl doll if you take my part.
Well,
I'm happy. You want to spoil my day, Gerry.
All right then. If I was to say that you're over 60, would you tap your foot twice?
I would. I'd do that.
If I was to say you're over
That's
70,
right.
would you tap your foot twice?
No.
All right then. If I say you're somewhere in the middle there, you tap your foot twice.
Correct. Right, you've got it in one.
Well, good girl there. What kind of a scooter do you have?
It's a Monarch.
A what?
Monarch.
Monarch?
Monagc. It's Monarch.
All right, okay. And what's wrong with it? It's too big for you.
I would I would part exchange for a smaller one.
Okay. Is it too powerful? Is it too powerful for you?
Oh, no, she's all right. She needs a battery, so I prefer somebody else that could put a battery in it.
All right, then. Okay. So what would you accept, then? What would be your ideal swap?
I just swap it for anything. Don't worry, talk about it. Just swap it.
Would you take a Honda 50?
Honda 50. No, I wouldn't want a Honda 50 because I couldn't balance, maybe fall off it.
What are you saying there? What's he saying in there?
It's a mobility scooter.
Cut the knees of myself, yeah.
It's a mobility scooter?
Yes, one that's lying at the house.
Oh, so why didn't you say that?
I just told you all the girl that.
I thought you... She never told me that. I
Oh,
thought
no, sorry. You let me over the knuckles for that.
I thought you were some kind of a hairy biker.
No.
And tell me about a mobility... I didn't realise there was such a thing as mobility scooters.
Oh, there's of course. You see them there now in the papers there now.
Really?
And I would get that magazine every 3 months.
Well, do you have
get everything through it, the cars and the adjustable beds and...
Well, do you have some kind of disability? Do you have some kind of...
I was wondering, I wasn't there. My husband had it, and he just happened to get it where he was volunteer worker.
Okay.
I brought it out and it was lying there.
All right, then.
So it was out in the garage, sir. I would hop on it sometimes, go there and get the milk on it. Take
All
the
right.
dog for a spin.
You do right. Yeah, okay,
Right.
so anyone can help you.
Gerry.
All right,
Right.
Right.
Enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Bye.
Bye. So anyone who can help that lady, she sounds bright and breezy, doesn't she?
She,
And anyone who can help that lady has... I can't remember what she wants. Did she want a smaller scooter?
Smaller.
Was that
She's
it?
got a whatever it is. She wants a smaller.
Whatever it is, she wants a smaller
no,
one.
a smaller scooter. But you were to take notes. A monarch. Or was it?
That wasn't a monarch. It was
what's
something
it say?
else.
Well, you took notes.
I didn't take notes.
You did. I like that lady. She said she would hop on her and go down for the milk.
Yeah, well, you see, that's the type of thing that we want. That's the type of spirit we need here.
Yeah, it reminds me of the story of George Jones. George Jones, the American country singer.
Oh, thank God for that.
No, do you remember when he was he was a chronic alcoholic? As
Yes,
you know.
chronic alcoholic.
You're right.
Yes.
And they tried. They were keeping him in the house away from all booze to try and keep him sober for a while.
Uh-huh.
And he got on the lawnmower and he rode the lawnmower down the highway to the first bar.
That's what I call a man who needs a drink.
Yes.
Some complimentary messages here. I'm just going to read some of them out. If Gerry gets up to 25 CDs a day, why can't he find just one that they could play rather than the dross My BBC lets him make us endure? That's Steve from Bangor. And has Anderson lost the plot this morning? That's from Vincy. You mess up the sound on your show so often. You really are a shar, an absolute shar. There's a man who's been looking at old Terry Thomas movies. Nolan show today, a comment on the Nolan show, consisted of talk of the DUP, Sinn Féin standoff, Nolan's garden, Gardener's Corner Trail, the new Sean Coyle called Vinny. I don't know if that's an insult or not. Is it, do you think?
I'd have to pass on that one.
And strange things that happen to people, like meeting someone you know whilst in Florida. Unusual, eh? Considering that everyone goes to Florida. Best wishes, your Nolan show reporter. People are keeping a close eye on Nolan. I think he's fallen apart, you know.
Apparently, they're not getting you in Temple Patrick either. You've been
they not?
Since 10:15 this morning. You went off air in Temple Patrick.
And I like Temple Patrick. It's a lovely little place. I go there often. It's beside the airport. Could you please play I Want a Hippo for Christmas? I suppose you have that. Have you?
No.
For Angela McKay in Kilray, could you tell her to get out of bed and do a bit of work? And Sean, would you say congratulations to Big Chew Trainer from Glengormley on his Euro Millions win? I think I read about him in the paper.
Oh, it's got a million. What is he something to do with football?
I don't know.
We'll not be long in tracking him down, but
he'll be down at his house like a rocket.
Right. Yeah.
We had a tin mop bucket in our house.
What for?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Oh, I know what that's for.
Uh-huh.
Think about it.
Oh, yeah, we were talking earlier. Yes.
Toilet.
And when were we talking about horses? Were you talking about horses yesterday?
Yes, you were.
Was I? What was I saying?
A lady found two horses.
Oh, that's
in the
right,
front
yeah.
garden.
The gentleman says all horses have to be microchipped by law. Tell a lady to get a vet out to scan it for a chip. And here's another message that says they have a tattoo under their lip. That is how you identify where whores come from. I think he means horses.
Under their lip?
Well, he said, I think he means horses, yeah.
You wouldn't tattoo a horse's lip, would you?
Oh, but you missed that, did you?
I heard
you missed
what
that.
you said.
Jerry and Sean, could you find out if it's possible to buy the 1996-1997 winning Derry City League side DVD?
Who's that from?
I don't know.
Who sent it?
I don't know. What do you mean, who sent it? I never cared. Gary Beckett from Enniskillen. Is that Gerry Beckett, the fellow who used to play for
Gerry
Derry
Beckett
City?
played with Derry City.
What's he want that for? He must be on it.
Oh, what year is it again?
Hold on a second. Oh, you're interested now, yeah. 1996, 1997.
96, 97. What do you want, a DVD?
What such interest? Do you want me to read this again?
I wish you would.
Please find out if it's possible to buy the 1996-1997 winning Derry City League side DVD. It was on video. Can't find it anywhere.
Oh, sorry. Gerry Beckett.
Well, maybe perhaps you'd do him a favour and maybe perhaps find that for him. Could you do that?
Yeah, well, I'll make inquiries.
Emma and Damien Reid, Emma Reid was featured in this programme singing about her brother Damien, of course, who passed away, are the children of Ted Reid of the Cotton Mill Boys. I didn't know that. You might have known him. As a matter of fact, I think I did come across him. So it's a sad, beautiful song. I wish you'd play that again. And another request, could you please play more songs by Emma Reid? I will. And here's another one, the usual message. Has the show started yet?
There's a wee call for you.
Oh, that's great. Where is it, one?
Yes.
Good. Hello, good
Oh,
morning.
two.
Two. What, two,
Robert's
what?
on 2.
Is he?
Yeah.
Where?
2.
On 2. Oh, sorry, Robert. Good morning, Robert.
Good morning.
What about the people saying yesterday that I've been on the radio since the beginning of time?
Well, you've been on. I've been working out, you know.
That's probably
It's
true,
coming. That's coming near a time. It's
Gerry,
coming
I'm ringing
very.
this
It's just
morning.
a second, Robert. I'm sorry for interrupting you, Robert, but I just want to point this out to Gerry. It's coming near. There's a special number, special date, with a 0 on it, coming up for both you and I.
The anniversary of the Titanic sinking?
No, there's a 0 on it. It was you before me. I'm about.
You don't mean?
I'm about 2 years after you.
You're a liar.
Yes, coming up to you. A big.
Do you mean
No.
my time is running out?
No, that's. I'm not going to say how long you've been on, but it's between one.
Stop it. You mean to say what you're trying to say to me is that I've been on the radio too long? Is that what you're trying to say?
No.
No, is that what you're trying to say? Do you think it's time I should pass the baton? Really?
It's a number between 2
Stop it.
and 4.
I don't want to hear numbers. I don't want to hear numbers. I want to hear what's in your
with
heart.
a 0 on it.
I don't want to hear numbers. I want to hear what's in your heart. I know it's a dark, unforgiving, black heart.
Angina's in my heart.
Also the angina.
Yeah.
But I don't mind that because it may slow you down. That's a good thing. I want to hear what's in your heart.
What?
Are you telling me that you think it's time I
Oh no,
pass
no.
the baton to
no,
another?
No.
But there's nobody behind. There's nobody
I'm
coming
not
up.
saying that. I'm saying it's just coming.
Did you Ralph
to-
for somebody?
No, it's coming to a
What?
special year.
I know, but what does that special year mean? Does that mean I should stand aside?
No.
Is that what you're trying to say?
So they had to drag Jimmy Young
I'll-
out.
I'll know when to go.
Yes. So there you are. So it's coming a very special time. What about Robert?
It's very difficult for me to talk about this kind of stuff. You know how insecure I am, and you know how difficult it is for me.
I think it's this coming year for you.
You remember what Terry Wogan said about a certain presenter that he couldn't adjust to the dimming of the light?
Yes.
Do you remember? You
Yes.
won't name that presenter.
I've already named him.
When? Where? Bruce Forsyth?
No.
Wasn't him.
No, it wasn't him. No.
He said that Terry said that he couldn't adjust to the dimming of the day.
Yes.
That's a great way of putting it, wasn't it?
Wasn't that?
But you see, I've adjusted to the dimming of the light
Nothing
because
wrong
my
with
light.
that.
Do you know why, Sean? My light shines brightly still.
Mm-hmm.
My light is undimmed. Do you see whenever my
Do you
switch-
see the guy on the TVs, the living spit to you? Have you?
No. No, I haven't.
Have you not?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you must look out for it.
Well, what ad is it?
He is. It's you.
Well, it's not
and
me.
for the life of me, my wife was saying,
it-
"There's
maybe-
Gerry. Is that
Maybe
Gerry?
it is me.
Is it you?
Because I'm not allowed to do stuff like that. Maybe it is me.
No,
Stop.
it's not you. No, this.
You sure it's not me?
It's not. But it's your brother. If you
Well,
know,
what's-
it's you.
My brother.
It's
Well, what
it's
ad is it?
It's
What's
an-
it for?
It's a Christmas ad.
Might be me.
And it's people are singing, a lot of singing on. I can't remember what it's for. It's for one of the big stores. I can't
Doesn't
remember.
sound like me.
And there's a man sitting dozing. I know, a Granda type figure.
Was that
Sitting
me, is it?
Sitting dozing at the fire. And
Oh, is that me, is it?
And the child runs up to the.
Is that me, is it?
You want to see it?
I'm not looking at it.
You do.
Is there a man here?
Yes.
Where is he?
2.
Is he? What's his name?
Robert.
Robert?
Good morning.
Good morning, Robert. How are you? Sorry for keeping you.
You should talk on a load of trifle at times.
No, he says I'm on TV. I want to know about it. I want to get paid.
You
Anyway,
could
go
do-
ahead.
Gerry,
Yes.
4 to 6 weeks ago, you played a song called Lydia on your show.
Lydia.
And it's about a child or a baby.
Ah!
That's according to the wife now. 'Cause she
Yes,
must
of
be
course. That
listening.
was what do you call it, Sean?
What?
We girl used to work in this program. Singer. What's her name?
A thing. Aye. Aisling. No.
No, not Aisling. No. Come on, Emma.
Neve.
No, not Neve. No, give me a name.
Patterson. Eiley.
Eiley Patterson.
Eiley Patterson.
That took a long time.
We're sharp, aren't we? University Challenge.
Absolutely. Bamber Gascoigne. Hey, Jeremy Paxman, come get us. Eiley Patterson. It's on her new album. Eiladh. Patterson, that's her name. And it's on her new album. I can't remember the name of the album, but you should Google her and you'll get that.
Google it, Jerry.
Google it, yeah. Google her name. And it's on her last album. It's called Lydia. It's actually the name of, I think it's the name of her sister. Or maybe it's her niece or something like that. But it's about a real baby.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, it's either her little sister or else her niece. I'm not quite sure.
What was her first name again, Jerry?
Eilidh. It's an Irish name. Eilidh.
Is it not Scottish?
Eileth.
No, Eilidh. And I have to say H as well for the benefit of the divided community.
Yep.
Eilidh. Patterson.
Yes.
Patterson. Can you get that if you Google that, Emma? I know you're leaping for the keyboard as I speak. Can you get Eilidh when you do that?
I don't think so. On the jute sheet, that's the jukebox. That's the jukebox.
But that's not on the jukebox.
Well, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about Google. If you Google,
Google.
Yeah, Google. Remember Google?
I thought. Sorry,
if you Google that,
I was jukeboxing.
No, I don't want to play it unless you want to hear it. Do you want to hear it?
Who,
This man.
me?
No, him. What do you call this man?
Robert.
Robert,
Yes,
do you
I
want to
would
hear
like-
it?
I would love to hear it again if it's possible.
Well, we don't have it right away, but we've got a kind of an electronic jukebox thing here.
No, but it won't be on that. That's what I was telling you.
I know. But see, he likes playing with it. I don't like playing with it. It's an infernal thing. It's also an internal infernal thing. I don't like it because it's full of all the things that people want. So it's no
Yes.
good to me. So he plays with it all the time, meaning him in there. No, we don't have. It's not on that.
It's not on the jukebox.
All right then. We don't have it there, but we have it upstairs somewhere. But if you want to get that for Christmas, that's the best way to get it.
Why don't you play it tomorrow morning?
Yes, I could do
That's
that.
a good idea.
I
Well,
don't
why,
get
don't,
it, yeah.
why don't you write that down and make a note of it, Sean?
Why don't you write it down? It's
Because
your
I don't have
program.
a-
It's your put it in your running order for tomorrow.
See, hold on a second. I seem to have got this all wrong.
Yes.
You see, I'm the presenter.
Yes.
And Emma and you
Yes.
are paid to help me.
Yes, that's
and
correct.
you're paid to make sure that I don't forget things.
Yes.
And if someone asks something, you make a note of it and then remind me of it.
Uh-huh.
Whereas what is happening now is that I am asking you to make a note of it and you're saying, no, why don't you do it?
Yeah, but you see, do you hear this here? You see,
Yes.
at 12 o'clock,
Uh-huh.
you're free.
I'll be out of here.
Emma goes and does the rest, her work for the rest of the day.
Yes.
I go and I prepare for another program.
Yeah,
It
but
starts
what's
at
to
3
stop you
o'clock.
writing that
But
down
I've all
now?
no, but what's to stop you from writing? You're sitting there with a pen in your hand now. You could write down on tomorrow's running order. Write down 11:20. Play Eilidh Patterson.
You know that I don't have a running order. You know
No,
that.
you just take it off the cuff, don't you, Jerry?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
These
but
people.
you could write that down.
Listen,
now.
don't you worry. Okay, we'll do that for you tomorrow. But if failing that, I'm saying everything twice. Failing that, you can Google that and get that. Okay?
Okay, thanks
As a matter
very
of fact,
much.
I might even send you the album because I think I've got a couple of copies. Hear that, Sean?
I did.
Did you hear that?
Yeah,
Right.
that would be great
Okay.
altogether.
Don't you worry about it. Give me that man's
Okay.
address. Write that. Get that man's address.
Oh,
Will
we
you?
can't
Would that
do
be
that
too?
yet.
Oh, you can't do that.
Yes, we can.
Would it be too much to ask you to get
Was
that
Robert
man's-
in England?
Are you in England, Robert?
No, was
No,
Robert
I'm
in
not
England?
in England. I'm from the heart of the Mourns.
But were you ever in England?
No, he wasn't.
No.
No, you see, you're wrong there. You detected something in his accent.
Just heard a wee. Just
No.
heard a wee.
No,
Just
there
heard a
was
wee.
nothing there.
Just heard a wee. That's
Are you
all.
going up at the end?
Aye.
A wee
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I heard that too, but I realised it was a slip of the tongue. It wasn't a real slip. It wasn't a real going up at the end of the sentence, which indicated that he might have been living in England for some time. It wasn't really one of those. It wasn't that, was it? You've never been in England.
No, I've never been in England, no.
You see,
just
but if
I
he
don't
had
live
been in
in
England,
England.
he'd be talking like that,
Yeah.
just a little bit, and he'd be talking just a little bit, getting up at the end like that. But he hasn't done that except accidentally for a moment. Okay, thank you, Robert. I know this is a confusing time for you.
We should set
Yes,
up.
it's very confusing.
We should set up a clinic for people who come back from England.
No, remedial centre.
Yeah,
A remedial centre
give
for
them back
people who
their
want
accents.
to talk the way they used to talk
Yes.
before they went to England, because they're coming back talking like that, and everyone's wondering what's wrong with them.
Yeah.
So they want to teach them how to talk like that.
Talk like that again.
You don't have to go up with the band sentence,
Yeah.
except like that there. It's okay. There's certain ways to go up. If you say, "What about you?" You can go up at the end of that sentence,
That's right.
but you can't say, "What about you?"
No.
Can't do that. Even though what's going up at the end of the sentence, that's a different thing. Let's try the two together. What about you? What about you? You see, that's no good. Sounds similar, but it's not.
I heard a guy
A world away.
I heard a guy last week.
Uh-huh.
In the Derry City Club.
So, Robert, sorry you have to listen to this. It's
And
important.
Robert-
I'm sorry, there's some traffic, isn't it?
It's important that you hear this.
But this guy in the Derry City Club, and it was his first time in, you see, and
Hello.
and the barman woman said to him, "Yes, can I help you?" He says, "What kind of lager you got, mate?" Oh, lager. What kind of lager you got, mate?
It's the mate thing, too.
You know. And the guy had to go.
All
Well,
heads turned, did they?
well, we've got harp, and you know, to go the whole pint and everything. you know.
Corona.
Yeah. Well, give us 2 pints of harp, mate. And you got any crisps? You know.
Oh, he's not long for this world.
No, you know what I mean. Yeah.
So I told you about the fella I went to a bar in Derry, and at lunchtime, very unusual for me, but it was during the summer, and I just felt like a little beer, just a bottle of beer. Very unusual for me. No, I don't do that.
I know you don't.
But I was kind of parched,
Yeah.
I sat down and have a bar. I'll have a beer. So I sat at the bar and I said, "Could I have a beer, please?" He said, what kind of beer do you want? I said, like a Corona. I like the Mexican stuff. You see? So he gave it to me and he said, "Enjoy." And I said, "Excuse me?" And he went, "Sorry." He realised he shouldn't have said that. Enjoy. He apologised. But I thought that was big of him. Don't he apologise? More people should apologise for saying enjoy.
Yeah.
Shouldn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Are you good with that? I'm good to go.
Uh,
Robert, are you good to go?
Yes, we're good to go.
Oh, good to go. You see, he's learning some of the things you pick up on the radio. Robert, we'll send you that. Will you give this? Hang on there and get your give him your address if you can find a pen. It's a lovely song and it's a fine stocking feller. Okay.
Eilidh Patterson might be vexed at you doing that.
I don't think so, no, because
well,
I mean,
you know,
here am I.
but
Here am I
here's-
telling this man how good that record is.
I know, and here's poor wee Eilidh trying to sell CDs for Christmas.
Okay, then, Robert, go and buy it then.
Yep.
Sean, he made me do that. Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Maybe I didn't love you
You get
This is not what it seems.
Is it not?
Someone's going to sneak up on you now in a minute.
I didn't treat you quite as good.
Do you think that I would play this straightforwardly?
Oh well.
We've got you two in here as well.
hear-
You two and Willie Nelson. Where would you get it?
Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have. Maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. If I made you feel second best, girl, I'm sorry I have done.
150. She's rapid and she's nifty. She'll do 150 on a windy day. The little Honda 50 hit the nitro and she'll shift me, get me away from the Garda any day. I got her in the buy and sell back in 92. A travelling man in a caravan says this is the big for you. He was looking for 100, I gave him 32. Took over a spin out the Kinnegad Road and begodgy feckin' flew. Oh, my little Honda 50, she's rapid and she's nifty. She'll do 150 on a windy day. My little Honda 50 hit the nitro and she'll shift me, get me away from the Garda any day. I drove her into Newbridge, looking for a couple of parts. Alloy wheels and a sat-nav and a new push-button start. Heading out to Robertstown for the bingo and a beer. Coming down the hill of Allen, she hit the ton in second gear. I was riding across the Curragh, nice and slow. The guards pulled in behind me, Sergeant Kelly, don't you know? I said, oh, Buck, just me luck, I hit the nitro hard. By the time the squad hit Brockett's Cross, I had her parked in Brady's yard. Oh, my little Honda 50, she's rapid and she's nifty. She'll do 150 on a windy day. My little Honda 50, hit the nitro and she'll shift me. She'll get me away from the Garda any day.
That's Christy Moore, of course. That's My Little Honda 50. There's another version of that. Did you ever hear the other one that Hugo plays?
No.
See, there was a whole controversy when I first played that. People were saying, oh, you're playing Hugo's music. And I listened to the other version. And it's the strangest thing. Because the other version is the same song, but you couldn't listen to it. That's the one that's really popular in Hugo's show. You couldn't listen to it. It's horrible. Whereas that one is so great. And you can listen to that. What is the difference? It's the same song. It's a question of approach. It's a question of mentality, really, isn't it? Well, Christy Moore will be singing live in this programme on Friday. He'll be doing tracks from his album, which is called Folktale. I'm looking forward to that.
Ronnie's on one.
He's my favourite, you know.
I know that. Well, who does the other Honda?
I don't know, some other guy.
Right.
The little Honda 50, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's kind of in your face, you know, and you can't listen to it. It's like
Ronnie needs to talk to you.
Does he? Morning, Ronnie.
Morning, Gerry. How are you?
I'm all right. I believe you need a conversation here.
Well, it's not that I need a conversation. I'm backing up Mr. Coyne here at the moment. My memory serves me. If I'm correct, you can, incorrect me.
Okay.
Did you and Mr. Coyne not travel to the Antipodes?
Yes, we did.
Australia?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Let me just... in 1990, actually. 1990.
Yeah,
yes.
and I can remember that quite distinctly.
That's. Are you using this as evidence that I've been broadcasting since the beginning of time?
No.
Okay.
No. It's in reflection to you putting the emphasis on the end of a sentence to the English, Scotch, Welsh, or whatever.
Yes.
That they go like this: "Hello, Gerry, and this is I'm going to the Spar."
I know where you're coming from.
When you came back from Australia, that's what you said. It's the Australians. So, in my mind, you have been in different hotels, restaurants, public houses, meeting places.
Dens of ill
in
repute.
England. Oh, well, no, will I not say that?
I'll say it.
But that has been the Australian.
Yeah, but you see, the Australian accent
coming over.
The Australian accent is very. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying it's the Australians that have come over to England to seek work and got work, and the places that you were going to. That's where you picked up the vernacular of the accent. Would that be a fair comment?
Well,
I'm trying to back up.
You see, I see where you're coming from. You see, what actually happens is whenever people leave here, they go to England, say, and because we speak rather quickly and sometimes we use arcane words and expressions, we become self-confident. So the first thing we do is we start to speak a little slowly, and then we inflect. There's an inflection at the end of each sentence, which actually is asking the person, do you understand me? So in other words, I'm going to, you do that there.
No, Gerry.
Yes.
Gerry. I went on a bit of a tour through Canada and America in 1996.
Mm-hmm.
And my accent never changed. It was
Of course, it's how long were you there? 2 weeks?
9 months.
9 months? Well, your accent wouldn't change there because you wouldn't be conscious of trying to fit in. Because whenever you emigrate, you're very conscious of trying to fit in because you're saying to yourself, I'm going to be here for a while, so I may as well become as like these people as I can. But when you go away and you know you're coming back, why would you change your accent?
No, you wouldn't, and you choose not to. But what I found was it actually became annoying to me.
Well,
I'll give you I've done Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Texas.
Yes.
Right. So now I've just been, a bag on my back, and I went. But places that I was going to, there was people coming up to me and saying, "Could you talk? Just speak," because the Midwest is like, as you know yourself, it's not somewhere that you would go for a holiday.
It's not
like Florida or California.
No,
or
it's not.
It's the Midwest.
I've been to Iowa.
Peas and corn.
Yeah.
Peas and corn. That's all you see. Flat land.
Rolling plains. Yes.
Yes. But the bit that I was getting to was the Australian. It's the Australians, because I've seen them on the television, and it's so irritating. At the end of every sentence, it's like they're asking you a question.
But you see, that's what we do when we go to England, because hey, mister.
Well, I've never been in England.
Do you know? And another thing is, can I just say this to you? Another thing.
Certainly.
See, people in Belfast, they say, "I went to pictures, so I did."
Aye.
I'm going down there, so I am. Do you know what that? Do you know the origin of that? Do you know the origin of that? The origin of that. What?
Well, that was the flicks.
No. The origin of that is that you're repeating yourself. What you're basically saying is, do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to pictures, so I am. In other words, I'm going to pictures. Do you hear me saying that? I'm going to pictures, so I am. That's what that is. And that's a throwback to a different time. And there are reasons for that, but I'm not going to go into it because it's too complicated.
Gerry,
but you see, do you know what an Australian accent is? An Australian accent is a London Cockney accent.
It's a London Cockney accent.
Yeah, diluted. Yeah, that's what it is.
Diluted. Yeah, diluted greatly.
Because most of the people who went to Australia who were transported weren't Irish at all. They were basically from the criminal classes in London.
That's right.
Talking like that, mate. So people, the Australian accent a little bit like that.
Yeah, well, here's one for you, Gerry. I'm not going to take up all your time, but I think you'll find this, if you wish, entertaining. I went away I had an open ticket with a major...
carrier, yes.
A major carrier, right, okay. At that time, you were allowed to smoke on the planes, okay? So it was I'll just say it was a 747. Went over.
Jumbo.
9 months later, I went into O'Hare International Airport in Chicago to come back, and I said, "Oh, smoking? What? No smoking. No, I've pre-booked the smoke. There is no smoking seats. It's all done away with."
Yeah.
So what did they do? They upgraded me, Gerry.
To first class?
No, not first
business class.
No, business class.
Oh, great.
Slippers, eye masks, everything. I didn't get into the nose, the pointy end. I didn't turn left. I automatically turned right, but in the front end. But there was this guy sitting beside me. I'll keep this brief, but I think your listeners will love this as you're talking about the vernacular of the language. I was sitting beside this total indistinguished person, whatever,
Yes.
for an 8.5 hour flight to London Heathrow.
Yeah.
Conversation was going, and it was, "Hi, how are you?" Yeah, blah blah blah. And well, I'm going heading back to Northern Ireland. I'm going to play. I have been invited to play in an amateur, a pro amateur golf league at a little place called Con Lake outside Belfast.
Yes.
And Mr. Carson,
Yes.
is going to be playing along with me.
Yes.
So getting to the end of the chase, I says, "So how long have you been living in America?" "Oh, I must be living here. It must be nearly 18 months."
Who was he? Do you know who he was?
I'm not going to tell you.
Now
Jerry.
go on.
No, I can't.
You know who it was. Tell us who it was.
No.
Go on.
No, I can't, and I will not.
You're no
But I
fun.
just thought to myself, isn't that real? And you know, I'll tell you what he was wearing. A pair of cream trousers, a yellow polo neck,
Yeah.
right, and a wee valise thing, or not a valise, like a poncho scarf thing around his neck.
Was it Julian Simmons, was it?
No, I'm not saying. No.
Go
Does
on.
Julian play golf? I don't know.
He must do. Everybody plays
I
golf
don't
and
know.
wants money.
No, but this guy, honestly, and I was nearly, here was me, in the name of goodness, 18 months now. My mother's sister was one of the first GI brides
Is that
from
right?
Belfast.
Is that
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
But there was a fella here. Oh no, it's a long story. I won't go into that. Hey, listen, we have to move on. Thank you very much.
Thanks. All right.
Pleasure
Cheers,
talking
Jerry.
to you.
Thanks for your time.
Okay, bye. Bye. What was that about?
I have no idea. Elizabeth, I think it was all about the Australian accent's very hard to do. Although when you were doing the Cockney, I could see exactly what you're saying because you reminded me of my cousin who is a full-bred.
It's not a Cockney accent. No, right,
was,
just a little
yeah,
like
there's
that.
not as much that. Yeah,
Yeah.
But he would say, yeah,
right, yeah, mate, yeah.
Great show yesterday, kid. A great show which brought some consolation to SDLP leader Alistair MacDonald as he sat in a darkened room waiting for the sun to go down. Meanwhile, Alex Atwood, arrayed in doublet and laddered hose, was spreading mischief. "He's a vampire," yelled Atwood. "He's a vampire, our leader. He can't stand the light. He has no reflection, and his eyebrows meet in the middle." "As a woman," shrieked Margaret Ritchie, "I can only say, Alistair MacDonald has not tried to bite my neck. It would take some fangs to bite through your neck," yelled Atwood. "What are we going to do? Alistair MacDonald is a vampire, a creature of the night, a blood-sucking monster. We must hammer a stake through his heart," screamed Atwood. "Then I can claim my rightful inheritance." "Don't stir that buttermilk," said Joe Byrne from Tyrone. "First we must consult the oracle." Mark Durkin sat in a cobweb cave wearing a rabbit-skin cloak. His long tangled hair hung down to his waist, and his dark brooding eyes seemed to hold all the knowledge known to man. "Mark!" screamed Atwood. "Do you know me? It's Alex Atwood." "Come closer, child," croaked the oracle. "My, how big and ugly you've grown. What can I do for you, my son?" Alex opened his mouth and said, "The reality is—" "Stop!" yelled the oracle, holding his hand to his ears. "The reality is a false doctrine once I lead my life by. The reality is, and look at me now, the reality is bunkum and balderdash. You must banish the realities from your life." "But Mark," screamed Atwood, "you know better than most of all members of the SDLP start their sentences with, 'The reality is.'" "Better than to be dumb," said the oracle, gathering up his rabbit-skin cloak and disappearing into a crevice. "So, all SDLP political messages on TV from now on will be in sign language. As to whether Alistair MacDonald is a vampire or not, we shall wait and see. The first sign will be cases of sheep worrying all over Northern Ireland. Tommy, my cat, stirred the ashes in his mother's urn and said, we still don't know. Here we sit with throbbing throats, still not knowing if Alistair MacDonald is indeed a vampire." "I will find out," yelled Tommy. "I will go and consult with Mecca McGimpsey." "I have 1,500,000 flu jabs. I'll sell them to you for a Fiat 50 or a Honda 50. And Nigel Dodds, who said, "Caramba." With Tommy gone, a great fear came over me. MacDonald, McGimpsey, Dodds. By Dracula's drawers, I was surrounded by dark forces. I wrapped a loaf of garlic bread round my neck and waited for Tommy to return. "Oh, Lord Almighty, send down your holy light and keep these people confined to the rooms. Help me, help me." I think I'm losing it.
In a car beside a boy you just don't know if he is a fool. What you have in mind? If he is a fool, what you have in mind? Change is on the cards, but this time it will be hard. I never want to leave you. We've never had a You should never split a pool. You should never split at all. I wish I had two paths I could follow. I write the ending without any sorrow. Just while you are sitting there, and I will wrap my arms around you, 'cause I know it will be fine. We got a fantasy affair. We didn't get wet, we didn't dare. Our aspirations are wrapped up in books. Our inclinations listening on. I'm trying to get a feeling from the city, but I've been unfaithful. I've been traveling abroad. We got a fantasy affair. We didn't get wet, we didn't
legacy remains. You better come back to earth again. Our aspirations wrapped up in books, our inclinations hidden in looks.
That's Belle and Sebastian. That's a song called Wrapped Up in Books, right? A young lady called Aisling Ruth Dundee. What a great name. She's currently writing an exam essay on representations of Northern Ireland for my English literature course, she says. I go to Edinburgh University. Have you playing in the background to get me in the Northern Irish way of thinking again? Could you please say hello to my mum, Valerie, in Ballymena? She should be doing the ironing, but will probably by now be crocheting instead of ironing. Anyway, 16 days until I come home from Christmas. Well, congratulations and hello to you. Actually, why am I saying congratulations? Hello, good morning. There's someone on the line here. What?
No, she went away. She was waiting for, 17 minutes to talk to you, and you didn't take the call.
I like that, you know.
I know you are.
I don't know. Do I offend people when I do that?
It was out in the country, by the way.
What was?
The tune to that last song.
Out in the country. Cliff Richard?
Yeah.
It sounded like that a wee bit, but not really.
No, not a wee bit. Big bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why didn't you talk to her?
I got involved in something else. Did you get a chance to talk to her before she went away, or did she just go away because
No,
she
she
was fed
just
up?
said to herself, she just...
Will you ring her back and apologise to her and tell her that I'll talk to her tomorrow?
You should do it. You should.
I don't have
You were the
time.
boy. We told you 3 times that there was a call waiting for you in 2.
But I was getting excited about other things. You know what I'm like.
Just went to music.
I'm a flibberty gibbet. I just fleet from one thing to another like a butterfly. I'm sorry about that. I apologise. What was her name? Do you remember?
Elizabeth.
I apologise, Elizabeth. Maybe perhaps you ring again tomorrow. And the staff of trained telephonists.
That was pointing us engaging people.
Well, why don't you just shut up?
You know, and then you ignored them. Like,
No sunshine. Yeah, running down a dream that never would come to me. Working on a mystery, going wherever it leads. Running down a dream.
That's all we have time for today. Back tomorrow at 10:30. With more carefully crafted and scripted material.
I rolled on, the sky grew dark. I put the pedal down to make some time.